Hello everyone, I'm Jude Spencer alongside Gray Bobian, and you're watching Cougar Nation News.
Seniors will be returning all Chromebooks and chargers next Wednesday, May 11th. As a reminder, students who don't return Chromebooks or chargers will be responsible for paying for those devices before participating in the graduation ceremony. Freshmen, sophomores, and juniors will be returning their Chromebooks and chargers next Thursday and Friday.
Petitions for next year's class officers are on the counter in the front office. The election will be on May 11th. The deadline for petitions to be turned in to Ms. Gill will be today at 3 o'clock. You have until Monday to submit your campaign video. To submit it, you will upload your video to Google Drive through your school email, then share it to us at Cougar Nation Network at dcstn.org on Google Drive.
And prom is tomorrow night. The theme is the red carpet, and the senior walk will begin at 8 p.m., but seniors should arrive no later than 7:45 if they want to participate. And the senior walk form is in the senior Google Classroom and will be ready to be filled out by seniors. Forms need to be completed and submitted by today at 3, and if you still need tickets, you can pick them up during lunch for $30.
Students, as a reminder, you are exempt from final exams if you have a final overall average of 87. Any class your average is below an 87, you will have to take final exams. And recently, several HOSA students also passed their CCMA test. We want to congratulate Gracie Buchanan, Caroline Choate, Om Patel, Reagan Sellers, and Kaya Patel.
And last night, the DCHS Choir hosted its spring concert. The Women's Ensemble, Chamber Singers, Concert Choir, and Beauty Shop all performed.
In sports this week, the Cougar soccer team thrashed Cheatham 6-1 behind 2 goals from Carl Peach and Drew Cavley and another 2 from Ethan Barnes and Miguel Ramirez.
And the softball team also took home a dramatic win over Creekwood Wednesday night, 8-7, on a walk-off single from Lily Proctor. There is genuinely nothing I love more than to say on the news, Dickson County defeats Creekwood.
You said it, Gray. And yes, and on Tuesday, several Cougar tennis players competed in the district tournament at Austin P and Swan Lake. Congrats to Megan Lampley for making it to the semifinal in singles, and congrats to Sadie Reed and Jenna Sane for making it to the quarterfinal in doubles. Coach Dan Dufty would like to thank his team for an amazing season.
And in the news this week, the Dickson County Board of Education made some big decisions about a new freshman academy at DCHS. And here to talk about it is the man himself, Dr. Weeks. I'm Gray Bobian. I'm here in the studio with the Director of Schools for Dickson County, Dr. Danny Weeks. It's great to have you here.
Glad to be here. Thanks.
So for our first question today, I just want to ask you, tell us something about one of your roles as the Director of Schools that you think most students at the high school may not know about.
I think our biggest role, Gray, is planning, and we are planners for everything that goes on in the district. We take care and oversee food service, transportation, nurses, curriculum and instruction, athletics. I mean, everything that comes out of the schools and is a product of the school system goes through our office. Now, that doesn't mean I do that. I've got a staff of 13, 14 folks down there that help manage each one of those projects. But again, they report to me, and we're just generally, oversee all of those programs and making sure that they're high quality. We want the best for our students.
Yeah, absolutely. And probably the thing that people know the director of schools best for, at least students here, is calling a snow day. So could you take us behind the scenes of what that process is like, how you make that decision, all that kind of stuff?
Sure, be glad to. it's never easy. If it snows in the middle of the afternoon and we know we're going to be out the next day, it's easy just to make the phone calls and do everything we need to do. But the tough times that, there are a lot of mornings we're up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. We have different areas of the county that we drive roads, so we actually get out of our, houses and things if it's questionable. Our transportation department, we rely a lot on the highway patrol and Dixon City Police and the sheriff's office. So we actually run those roads, check those, and make the decision. Also talk to a lot of other superintendents around. Once we make the call, it's still about a 45-minute decision because we've got to call every one of the television stations. We have codes and passwords we have to put in on that. We use our in-touch messaging system, so we have to record those calls and send those out. And then, we have to talk to staff and make sure all staff know what their plans are for that day. So it's a rather lengthy process.
Yeah, so it's probably more complicated than many people might assume, I'd say.
Yeah, like I said, if it snows in the middle of the afternoon and the roads are all covered, it's an easy call. But it still takes time to just make those things happen. And particularly we've got to do it early enough so that we can stop the buses from rolling and things like that too.
And then you mentioned earlier that one of your biggest roles is planning, and at a recent board meeting, they made a decision to open up a new 9th grade campus down the hill from here. So could you tell us about that and about the thought process that goes into that, and also like how it might affect students here at the high school?
Sure. The board made that decision to use the Sullivan Annex down at the bottom of the hill as a freshman academy. So I know you guys have been doing the freshman academy model for 7 or 8 years here.
Yeah.
It's just simply going to be down in the Sullivan building. So, it's all still Dixon County High School. It's all still part of one campus. Pep rallies, athletics and all that stuff's still the same.
Yeah, of course.
But it's going to allow 9th, 10th, and 10, 11, 12 up here on the hill to spread out a little bit. Everything that's offered here will be down there. Maybe some walking back and forth for some folks that might need something specialized, but otherwise self-contained down there in 9th grade.
That's pretty cool. We appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing your insight.
Absolutely. Glad to do it. Thanks.
Thanks.